Sup, Nerdmigos, and the Jive Talking Nerd, John Norgrove. We've got Wife here. We're here for another review, Jive. Wow, thank you.
The clock is here, too.
Spooky clock has spoke. So, today we are reviewing the 2019 horror anthology movie, The Mortuary Collection, which we watched on
Shudder.
We watched on Shudder. No
I don't know if
connection.
this is a Shudder original, but
I don't know that it is either.
But this is another
honest.
winner from Shudder. And guys, full disclosure, we are not affiliated with Shudder. Like, if they want to pay us,
They can.
They can.
No.
But we just really like horror, and
Shudder's
Shudder
only
has
horror.
been only horror, and it's amazing, and we're super happy. And it's October, so all horror all day.
That's the thing. So
and night.
Let's start with spoiler-free review. This is the best thing ever. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Who's
this
was it
so
Clancy
good.
Brown?
Yeah.
Clancy Brown is in this.
As the Mortician.
as the titular storyteller.
Yeah.
And it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
All the stories are amazing. It's stylized. It's got great music.
It's got like a really
connection. I dropped my phone.
It's so good. You don't even know how to. It's got like a really like vintage, like sort of 50s noir to it.
Yeah. It's got like a nice age to it.
Yeah, everything
in
is like
style.
everything is like sort of candlelight and tweed.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Like record players and TVs and stuff. So
Yeah, but everything is very tweed.
It's like 50s Americana. So it's really good. You should definitely watch it.
Absolutely. 5 out of 5. Spoiler free.
Go watch it. So, plot summary. All right. So, anthology stories are hard to plot summarize, but suffice it to say, this girl shows up at this. First of all, we get to introduce to Clancy Brown as this funeral home director,
like creepy mortician guy.
He kind of goes like a little bananas about living life immortal
during a child's
funeral. And the family's like, ugh, but that's fine, whatever. So this girl shows up and she's like, I'm here to get a job because it says help wanted.
I saw your help wanted sign.
And he's like, we're always hiring. Let's rock and roll. And she's like, you seem to like a lot of books. And he's like, yep, everybody's got a story and everybody's got to pass through here to, tell their story or whatever.
Yeah, so it's not just the story of how they died, but why they died.
Exactly.
And not so much why, I guess you could say. Like, we're not told.
It's 99%
mostly how.
So he proceeds to, she's like, all right, tell me a story. So he tells the first story. Lady goes to a bathroom. She secretly stole a bunch of wallets. Picks a lock on a mirror over a sink to get into the medicine cabinet. Medicine cabinet has a monster in it. End of story.
And the monster eats her.
Yeah. It like breaks her in half.
Through the
awesome.
medicine cabinet. It's beautiful.
It's awesome. Everything's practical effects.
Also, this bathroom is huge and may in fact be larger than our entire house.
That wasn't a big bathroom.
Yeah, it had like a super long hallway.
Nah, that was a pretty standard fancy person house
like a
bathroom.
Big bathroom to me.
So
that was story number 1.
That was the first story. So then we, there's a little back and forth again between the mortuary attendant and the girl who's trying to get the job. She basically is just kind of razzing him for his stories. So then he tells a story about, this is a sex story, right?
Yeah.
The second story. So he tells a story about this frat guy who's like a ladies' man. Hey, Karl Marx said some bullshit and the patriarchy's gonna fail, so everybody should have condoms.
And here's a free condom.
Free
protect
love.
yourself.
What the fuck ever.
And
so
liberate yourself from the patriarchy. Empower yourself
some bullshit like
with
that.
Condoms.
It really doesn't matter. It's a one-off line, but it sets up that this guy's like a douchey frat bro. And so he goes to pick on like to hook up with this chick, and he invites her to a party, and he's kind of like going through some shit. And so he goes to the party, or he's hosting the party, but she comes to the party, and he meets, they're like, oh, they're gonna miss each other, but then they end up meeting, and his friends are watching this whole thing.
They have the most intense across the room, bedroom eyes smolder. They just come
it's
together
like a music video
and then go
in the
upstairs.
80s.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah, it's not quite. I'd do anything for love.
It's not as hair-dewy as the 80s,
not
but
as
it's there.
Meatloaf, but it's there.
But so then he goes upstairs and they have sex, and she's like, "You gotta wear a condom."
For 6 hours, guys.
Yeah. So she's like, "You gotta wear a condom," and he's like, "Definitely." And then 5 seconds in, he's just like, maybe
pulls it off
and throws it.
But she doesn't know.
Apparently, she doesn't notice. And then they have sex for 7 or 6.5 solid hours.
So many hours.
Bananas.
So much chase.
And then she ghosts him, leaves her phone number. he's like, whatever, fuck bitches, this is great. But then come to find out he's pregnant, and he trashes her down, and I guess a bunch of kids have been missing from the college, and basically within 24 hours, it goes from him having sex with this chick to like...
Him being pregnant.
Him being fully, like, huge, like 5 babies, 12
like,
months pregnant.
Real big, about to pop,
like,
big as a house pregnant.
Real pregnant. And then he goes to her family home, and her mom's just like, you did it again, you bitch. Yeah. And she's just like, I guess, what's gonna happen though? And then she like goes to hang out with some other dude. And
she's like, you said you wore protection, and he was like, I didn't.
Yeah. So the baby comes right out.
Yeah.
The front. Asks, and it just explodes. Yeah. It just explodes out all the stuff.
The same way it comes in.
That's the penis. That's what that is.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he dies. That's the second story. The third story is... What's the third story?
The third story is the husband and wife. Till death do us part.
Yeah, the third story is just about a sad husband because his wife is some sort of a vegetable.
We don't know why.
Yeah, we don't really know. We never learn why. So, sad husband, vegetable wife. He decides to try to kill her with pills, but then she moves, so he tries to Heimlich maneuver her, but he unstraps her from her like safety chest strap on her chair, so she falls forward onto a metal rabbit.
And it impales her in the head.
So he calls his doctor, who offered him the kill your wife pills.
Yeah.
And is like, what happened? She fell on the tchotchke. And he's like, bury her at sea. Fuck, burn the body. Click.
Don't call this number again.
Just like, dispose of the body. Never call me again. Done. Just the fucking worst doctor on earth.
Yeah.
And
but this guy lives in an apartment, so he has to get her out.
So he puts her in a chest, a drawer, or in like a bridal chest, but she's not gonna fit. So he's got to use one of them newfangled turkey meat slicers to cut her fucking legs off, so she fits in there. And he kind of goes a little bananas going down the elevator with her, and the police find him just like holding their wedding book, like mumbling to himself crazily with like a kind of bleedy box next to him.
After he made out with his dead wife in ghost form on a creepy way down.
Yeah. So that happens. Yeah. It's a good story. Very scary. So story 4 is the story of how the little boy died.
Yes.
And this one is where like, so this time the girl's like, let me tell you how the little boy died. And he's like, go. And so she's like, all right. Like, there was a babysitter, and was babysitting the little boy, and the little boy went to bed, and the babysitter was, like listening to music on the radio and cooking dinner, and so she missed the news being like, the crazy person house down the street broke out, everybody broke loose, there's a bunch of murderous psychopaths on the street, I don't know, lock your fucking door or something. So, she obviously didn't hear any of that, so she doesn't know about that, she goes outside to throw away the trash, comes back inside, creepy looking guy sitting over there on the couch. So she's like, what the fuck? This guy's just like, crazy, obviously. So he's trying to, like, oh, this isn't my house, freaking out on her and all this kind of stuff. She ends up being like, none of your shit. Grabs his hand, puts it in a fucking meat grinder, grinds his little fingies in to lock him in place, grabs a meat cleaver, or a hammer, meat tenderizer, tenderize this guy, and he fucking boots this girl through a door. Holy shit!
Explodes her through a door.
He kicks this little girl so fucking hard. It's crazy. It was shocking. So he kicks her through the door and she gets up and they go back and forth like 27 times in this fucking house. Inevitably, she throws that guy just down the stairs.
Down the stairs.
He's dead.
He dies.
And then she gets a TV out of the living room and she's just like, ha ha! You're not gonna hurt this little boy. Slam! Smashes the TV. Family gets home just in the nick of time. They lift the TV off, and it's the dad's the doctor from the first one.
Actually, in this last one, there's everything's
sort of connected vaguely. And the TV, and he like lifts the TV off, and the mom's like, "Who is it?" And he's like, "It's the babysitter." And then they run upstairs, and their little son's not in the room, and they come back downstairs, and they open up the stove. Kids in the stove. The girl was actually the crazy one the whole time, and the guy was the babysitter who must have been like knocked unconscious when he went outside or something like that. Yeah. So, and then come to find it, then we get back to the morgue, and the mortician's just like, she's like, you're not gonna tell anybody, right? And he's like, nah, I'm cool. We're cool.
So then she like takes the tooth out of the corpse of the little boy.
Yeah, she steals the kid tooth corpse, and then she fucking stabs the mortician in the guts, and it's just like, haha, I got you, bitch. And she goes to escape. but she can't go through the front door because when she tries to go through the front door, turns around, she's not back in the house because she's trapped in there because she signed it up to be in charge.
Thing.
And so he kind of chases her into a library and then summons story goblins.
That are the children that she murdered and took their teeth, and then they kill her by biting her
to take the teeth out of her,
and
put them back in him, and then return to the story. And then the mortuary guy sews her back up, sewn back together, as it were.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "I'm done for the day," and puts on his hat, and now he can finally leave. And he steps outside and gets collapsed into himself like a demon and blows away in the wind because he's super fucking old.
It's very vampire-y.
And it's very vampire-y. And now the girl is the director of the mortuary. Face all sewn back together. And she was
telling the story the whole time.
Yeah, to like a cute little Asian boy who was like who was delivering the newspapers at the beginning of the movie, and at the end seemed to be a fucking reporter for this newspaper.
Yeah, he was like
he was like a cute little tiny child reporter. Just like it's bananas. I have no clue who this kid is.
He's like little Nancy Drew.
Yeah,
reporter.
Exactly. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Little Peanuts reporter.
Little Peanuts reporter kid, and she's like, you want to be part of the stories, and then the doors magically close. End of movie credits. This movie is so stylized. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Right. Obviously, we skipped over a lot of the detail, but we got the gist of it. All the parts that were worth remembering and fun.
So pros.
Pros and cons. So pros of this. First of all, Clancy Brown. I am the hugest Clancy Brown fan. He has been in so many things that I have loved throughout my life. This guy's career has directly connected with shit that I like and care about.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's cartoons or movies or video games. Forever. So I totally recognized him, totally recognized his voice. He does a fucking fantastic job being, nightmare fucking creepy from beginning to end.
Yeah.
His little diatribe in the kid's funeral is bananas. It's so fucking funny. Easily, biggest pro is Clancy Brown. Second biggest pro, almost everything here is practical effect.
Yeah.
Con-wise, to be completely honest with you, my only con is that I want more, and I don't know that we're gonna get more.
That's my only con too. Is I want more, but at the same time, I want more, but in a way that's amazing.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want it to detract from the awesomeness of this. I don't want it to be like Creepshow and Creepshow 2. Am I right?
Yeah.
I want it to be like this. Just as awesome, but another one.
Yeah, well, maybe her telling stories to
a different time frame.
Yeah, something a little bit, maybe something a little bit more 80s, retro.
Yeah.
And she's telling stories to some kid in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
Would be really cool. And maybe it's not even he's taking over from her, how she took over from Clancy, but where she's telling the stories in order to spook some kids who are getting their just desserts, a la Tales from the Hood. Which, to be completely frank with you, if you're going to do an anthology series, do it that way. Those are all good.
I would say that my pro for this is really everything. The stories were fantastic.
They were all fun.
They were really good horror short stories, and some of them, the twist was really obvious, but that doesn't, just because the twist is obvious, doesn't negate the goodness of the story.
Yeah.
I felt that
obviously the
really
boy was pregnant, and obviously this boy's pregnancy was gonna be, fucking weird and whatever, and and it's the same thing. They even go so far as in that story specifically, where he does the where's it gonna come out, and the dad's it's gonna come out the same way it came in, and you're just oh my god, and then it cuts to just penis explosion.
Yeah,
right. For just a second.
For a second.
But you see the penis explode, and you're just oh shit. You told me you were gonna show that,
but I was still not
shocked.
expecting it. Yeah, in that one, I love how zero chill the mom has for all this. She's just
done. Yeah, she's just fucking another one of these stupid babies, demon babies. Yeah,
these,
it's so
demon
great.
Babies.
It's so fucking great.
What was your favorite bit?
Okay, so best bits. Best bit of this is probably You know what? The best bit might be the, like, demon story children monsters.
That is my favorite
out of the
one.
books. It's fucking
Oh, no,
creepy,
I was
dude.
thinking the demon babies. That
Oh,
demon babies
no.
one is my favorite.
They're like,
bit.
they're these, like, these, like, charred,
Yeah, they're, like, smoldering.
like,
It's
children
pretty cool.
coming after her to, like, tear the teeth out of her.
Yeah.
Because she's also a cannibal.
Yeah, there's
She also
some
eats these
light
fucking
cannibalism.
kids. So, like, that's like a sweet retribution where she also gets ate by these kids. You know, before being trapped internally inside of the House of the Dead to collect their stories. But yeah, I would say that that's my best bit. What about you?
My best bit was the college demon baby one where she gets the guy pregnant. That was
good.
So funny.
It was good.
It was so
the guy's water breaks all over
funny.
his frat mates.
After they're like
because he's
cheersing
like,
him for scoring with 67 different girls.
So 67? You're 2 away from a funny joke at 69.
I know, right?
What
I'm
the
just
fuck,
like,
man?
What?
Oh, it was
Why are
so
they
fucking
honoring
weird.
That one that seems so unfrat.
Okay, so that's our 2 best bits.
Yep.
With that being said, I guess we're just that's it, right?
5 out of 5. There's really not much else.
Yeah, 5 out of 5. We rated it so early. It's so good. There's nothing. Honestly, there's nothing bad I can say about it. Yeah, 5 out of 5.
I absolutely
100%
want to
go
watch
watch
this
it
again.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Then we can pay attention to all the little details. There's also beautiful costuming, beautiful set design, beautiful cinematography, amazing practical
musical
effects.
Score.
Good
the practical effects
musical score. Yeah.
Top notch.
Yeah. Absolutely. So. Either way, I've been John Norgrove. This has been Wife. This has been Review Jive. We watched a Mortuary Collection. The Mortuary Collection.
I think it's the.
Hold on.
Dun, dun, dun. Let's see.
It is the Mortuary Collection.
The Mortuary Collection.
Yeah, okay. We watched the Mortuary Collection on Shudder. This has been Review Jive. I've already said that. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, share, subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Do all that kind of crap, and we will catch you guys next time.